Hey, tburrier from tburrier.com. Who will you impact today? What an amazingly important question to ask yourself every day. Because the truth is, you're going to impact people today. How is that going to happen? Is it going to happen because you're purposeful and you're trying to make a difference in people's lives? Or is it going to happen just because it happens and as a result of however you move through this day? Those are important things to understand, because people that are not purposeful in what they're doing are impacting people in a negative way, right? You understand if someone with a bad attitude walks into a room, what happens? It affects everybody, right? Someone says a bad word to someone or is mean to someone. Does it just affect that person? No. It'll come out to the next person they touch, and the next person they touch, and the next person they touch. If this is about life and business, I'm going to focus it down into business here in a second and for your home business. But understand, people are hurting. People are hurting out there. They're hurting physically, they're hurting emotionally, they're hurting financially, they're hurting spiritually, they're hurting all kinds of different ways. And you have an opportunity to be a catalyst for change. That's what you're doing. Your work, your home business work is way more than about making money. It's about impacting lives. And the people who make the most money in this industry are the people that impact the most lives. I mean, isn't that a cool thing? I mean, that's really cool. In my opinion, that's a really cool thing. That's what gets me out of bed in the morning. So years ago, I wrote about this in my very first book, Live Full, Live Well. Because I remember when I learned this concept, I'm like, wow, that is so cool. And it's so true. And so there's something called the butterfly effect. Now, if you're not familiar with this, let me give you a little tiny version of this. The butterfly effect is the scientific theory that the flapping of the wings of a butterfly off the coast of Africa down in the South Atlantic is the genesis of a hurricane. Now, when you think about that, like if you just think about it, you're like, that is just a bunch of garbage. But if you really think about it, you'll know it's true. Now, it might not actually be a butterfly, but it could. What it means is that basically everything is in place. Every possible element to make a hurricane start has come together. And all it takes is the slightest movement of the air, just the slightest, to make it go. That's the butterfly effect. So what does that have to do with you? You're the daggone butterfly. Everywhere you go, you are potentially the butterfly, right? I mean, the right word, the right kindness, or the wrong word, the right or the wrong attitude, right, becomes a butterfly effect for something. And so when you think about that, that becomes a powerful responsibility. I'm going out there today, wherever I go, and I'm a butterfly. I don't know what's going to happen, but I start flapping around. I'm in the store flapping my wings. I'm in the bank flapping my wings. I'm over here I'm driving to work. You're touching people. You're making a difference. So if in fact you can embrace the idea that you're going to impact people one way or the other, and you're probably here because you're trying to build a home business, build a network marketing business, whatever you're trying to do. I mean, I have a lot of people that follow my stuff who are just oriented towards developing themselves or personal development and attitude as well, or professional development, because a lot of what I teach serves everything. And then, of course, I teach some deeper stuff for network marketing, specifically for skills. But, you got to think about the concept of that every moment you have the ability to make a difference. And when you're purposeful about who you will impact in this day, I mean, I write it in my journal every day. Who will I impact today? Who will I impact today? And then I'm purposeful about everywhere I go. I am purposeful. So I'll give you 3 spots. 1 is in your daily life. Everywhere you go, there are people. There are people in pain. And again, I said that they might not be like crippled over with arthritis. They are in pain of some sort. They are in pain emotionally. They're in pain in their financial life. They're struggling. I mean, they're just everywhere. We're literally everywhere. They're just all over the place. A word of encouragement. A word of praise, a word of acknowledgement, a word of recognition, just a nice word, just spreading a little positive energy. Boom! I mean, it can butterfly somebody. They just, wow, thank you. And all of a sudden they got a pep in their step and they got a smile on their face, and maybe it helps them that day. You're like a little catalyst. So in your daily life, you have all kinds of opportunities to make a little tiny little flap of the wings to make a difference in somebody's life. In your work, when you're making a contact, right? What are you looking for when you're making a contact? You're looking for someone who's open and nice, right? That's basically it, right? It's looking for someone who's looking for you, right? But you know what? Even the people that say no can benefit from you stepping into their life in the right way. It's why I teach what I teach, because I teach a way of prospecting and nobody gets offended. They get the opposite. They're even more curious if they said no. They're like, wait, what did I just say no to? I mean, he was so nice and he let me go and I didn't have any pressure and maybe I missed something. Hey, what did I miss, right? That's what you want, right? But you want someone to just be affected by the nice way you touch them, right? Because you're bringing hope. You're bringing possibility. If it's the right time, you really have an opportunity. You're not just a butterfly. You're a condor, right? You're making this huge difference in someone's life. Isn't that awesome? I mean, that's what's happening every time you reach out. You could be making a massive difference in somebody's life. That is some good stuff right there. That is awesome stuff. And then the third team is your team. The third thing is your team, right? The people that you are working with, that you've sponsored, you've enrolled, you're building a business with. You know, the butterfly effect for them can be listening to them. It can be empathy. It can be encouragement. It can be support. It can be sharing a little bit of your struggles. It can be stuff that helps them understand they're okay. They're okay. You know, I mean, yeah, it's easy to be the butterfly with someone who's rocking, but most of the time, most people aren't rocking. Right? I mean, most of the people in their struggle to grow and develop. That's normal. And so you can be the butterfly for them. And it's hugely different thing for them. Makes a massive difference. So I hope that this was helpful. You know, be the butterfly for everybody whose path you cross. Because in one way you already are, right? You already are. So let's be purposeful about how we do it. So I hope this was helpful and beneficial for you. Feel free to share it for anybody else who might like to get it. You know, if you have not got my 27 scripts that really make a difference in how effectively you talk to people, make sure you go to tburrier.com and put your email in and get your free MP3 download. All right. Have a great day. See you next time.